welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I thought I would bring you out in the rain, darling. Hey, that's okay. It's part of it, and we're getting a lot of rain right now. So I wanted to show you the garden update, show you some of the things that we've had to add and why. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I should have had my sloggers on before I started filming this video. I've got my moccasins on, so I'm not going to step in here. Plus, let me tell you right now, woo doggy, if I were to touch that wire, you'd see sparks fly out of the top of my head. Ask me how I know. I'm not just a hothead because of whatever. I'm telling you, we had to add some electric fencing to and around the garden. And I had to add fencing up and on and around my gate. We got some little critters around here lately and some big critters around here lately, but we're not stopping. Let's talk about it. So, haven't had an issue with deer so far. That's yet to be tested. We haven't had an issue so far with any squirrels. They're minding their business. That could always change. But I'll be doggone if we didn't have a bunch of G-stew. Like I told you in my other video the other day, I'm telling you what, them little babies can take you plumb out. I've had this happen before. I planted the longest, most luscious, beautiful row of Roma 2 beans. They came up, they were beautiful. I came out the next morning one day, you know, they'd already grown and shown beautiful signs of life. Came out the next day, they had mowed it down. One little rabbit, one little family of rabbits can take you out big. So don't underestimate the rabbits. And they're everywhere. It's not just rural, they're everywhere. You know that as well as I do, they're everywhere. So they got a hold of a couple of my sweet potatoes. See, here's the thing, is my dogs are out and dogs are running, and you know, the deer are not giving us any issues with our garden or anything like that, but the little critters can come right under this gate. See right there? They just would come right under the gate. So we put up the electric fencing. This is Premier One. I've actually had Premier One fencing on my homestead since 2013. Now, I stopped using it because you're gonna be like, I've been watching you for years and I've never seen you use this. I used this for my goats. And again, I'm pretty confident that Premier One has added a whole bunch of different things to their product line in the past 4 to 5, 7 years and whatnot. My goats would clear this. So I got this long ago, and it works great, but I had some big Nubians, and when they got spooked, honey, they just clear it. So that's why I switched gears on my other homestead and why you see me here with 6-foot fencing, because I need that hard, heavy duty, multi-purpose for large mammals and large stock. And so that's what we switched to, okay? So that's why you're seeing that. But I brought this out. Well, it's keeping my dogs out of my garden, as you can imagine, but it didn't keep the rabbits out. So you might want, if you're interested in this, and you guys, a lot of you that already are using this know a lot more about it than I do. I'm not as much as I sometimes come across as a know-it-all. I do not know it all. So anyway, so this is keeping my dogs out because the dogs aren't digging or causing any trouble, but they do run through or they want to chase stuff. So we put that up. Well, the rabbit still came in. So here's what I did up here. Now it's just a muddy mess. It's going to be a muddy mess near this, guys, because as you know, my posts are brand new. So I'm still working with the clay here. But we went to my co-op and I bought that hard, heavy, look at that little tiny meshy mesh. A lot of you folks like to use this around your coops, at the bottom of your coops. At the time I did mine, I did not have this yet. So this is great, that extreme hard wire. And I'm gonna tell you, you need to have fencing like this. It's a little bit of an investment. Depends on how much your co-op or whatever's charging. I think this was $90. Maybe $80, something like that, but it's 90 feet. So we got out and we cut a big old redneck piece. Look here. And there it is. And you look, I haven't even snipped my zip ties. But I'm gonna tell you, they're not coming in now. Now there are small rabbits, but they're bigger than the actual holes here. So we're holding our breath. I mean, you know, we're still holding and crossing our fingers on that. But this is what the garden so far is looking like. And as you can see, in just a week, there's a whole lot of life that's coming up, okay? And I left my papers out and I filmed and took pictures so I knew all my flowers, my zinnias and my cosmos and all of those things. And then, look here. Can you believe that crap? Look! So I'm gonna have to replace, it looks like 6 of the sweet potatoes. I've gotta go see if I can still find some more slips. I may not. What did Granny do in days gone by? That's an important question. Now here is some wonderful, wonderful news. I'll tell you about this garbage here in just a second. Do you see right there in those first little 2 cattle panels right through there? You see that? Those are my Missouri Wonders. Folks, I've had those seeds since 2016. Nobody can get their hands on them. And I'm growing them and I'm going to seed save from them. So that means the ones down here in my 3 sisters are probably going to be coming up too. But check this out right here. Can you believe that? Rabbits do. So here's what's so funny is, so 2 nights ago, you know, we're in the middle of I'm putting out, I got floodlights up here. I got everything. I mean, you know, going on with these rabbits. I had the dogs out. And one of them got in because James had to work overnight and he drove up and he said, you got the biggest, fattest rabbit sitting right in the garden, got right through that electric fencing. And I said, are you kidding me? He said, I'm not kidding. So I came out, shoot it off. It didn't go for the rest of these sweet potatoes. Oh no, that's too much work. It came for the salad bar, baby. I had a whole almost extra flat right there. Now, I didn't go after my extra tomatoes, but it went after my extra Beauregards right there. Honey, took it out like right, thought it was at Shoney's. Right there at the buffet, just going at it. You know, the Golden Corral, just right here. Took every one of my extras out. Didn't bother these anymore. Went straight for the buffet. But nonetheless, everything so far, now I'm gonna have to get in here, but it's very wet and very muddy. We got a big storm yesterday. We went to North Carolina and it was beautiful. Took Miss Lou to the Museum of the Cherokee Indian, had a great time. Made linked some pictures there of her. But we just had a little bit of a getaway yesterday afternoon. Didn't take long for us to get there. And so it rained. It has rained every single day. Just downpour. And so it's muddy. So I got to get in here and straighten up. But here's what I got. So my herbs are doing good. You can see my beautiful Missouri Wonders on both sides. Down there are my Israeli cucumbers. Tomatoes so far looking good. I need to spray them for blight. Don't have blight, but I'm going to start pre-spraying for blight. I highly recommend you do that. Highly recommend you do that. You can see right here, there's a little line of like this little fuzz coming up. That's all my carrots. That's doing great. So everything in here right now is doing beautiful. Can't complain. It's just a little bit wetter than I would like. And if I can just keep these critters out, which, you know, like I said a few minutes ago, this leads to an honest conversation. This is why it is important that you try to garden, that you try to get out here. Whether you are successful or not is one thing. The lesson that you learn from it is invaluable. Why? So here's the thing. 150 years ago, Mamaw probably didn't have a bunch of fancy fencing that kept rabbits out. She didn't have electric wire fencing to keep other critters out. How did they do it? Now, there's different theories on that. There's different ways that they worked with that. They ate a lot of rabbit stew. But my point is imagine this is, whether it's this bit, however big it is, that is your source of food, your source for community barter, your source for income, your source to feed your babies. And think about one predator, 2 predators, in terms of your garden, a rabbit's really not a predator, but they are on your lettuce. They are on your sweet potatoes. They are on your tomato plants, because hey, right down over there, it even snapped off a tomato plant. Now, I've never had that happen before. He was really testing. Maybe he was sending a message, I don't know. But my point is when these things happen, I don't just think about how am I gonna fix it. I don't just think about, like I told you in the previous video, Cold Mountain and the rabbit coming through. I don't think about just my frustration. I don't think about how much time, money, and effort and whatnot I've put into this. I go, what was it like 200 years ago or 100 years ago? Whatever, when this happened to them. They had to just keep replanting and replanting and replanting. My mind goes to, I have to outwork the rabbit. Working faster than the rabbit, working harder than the rabbit. Is that doable? So what do you think about that? Do you ever think about that? Do you think about what all they went through? This is why I tell people to put yourself in a food challenge in different ways. Cut yourself off from certain foods and things for so many days for a reason. See how you react to that. You will react, I assure you. You take a week and you get out here in the sun and you till, you run a mule, you get out here with a hoe, you work with your hands and you build all of this, you plant all of this for one little critter to come through and wipe you out. I think every person, one way or another, should experience this emotion because, folks, that's do or die. Now, I am down here in my mound and my tribute garden. Move my hand there, girl. And you can see it is delayed compared to the other one, but you can see all of my corn is starting to come up. And you are beginning to see, what is that? Those are my Cherokee 10 pumpkins coming up. So I'm still waiting on the Missouri Wonders for down here. But we have hope. So you can even see right in there that I have the Cherokee 10s coming up there as well. So we have sunflowers coming up and a whole line of those lemon queens. Love those lemon queens. All coming up, looking good. You hear it? Yeah, that's called fire in your head. I say that. I did touch this one time. Woo! Set you on fire. Now, I will say that everything so far is looking, I'm pleased with it so far. That can always change. So you need to watch your gardens and see what they're doing. We're looking at, I am 9 days after planting, roughly. So you can see what it's starting to look like with a lot of rain. So it's got plenty of moisture. I have not put in my aqua cones yet. You'll see that. Got to get those out and get those set, but I was waiting for the rain to stop in order that, well, I put an aqua cone in there. They don't need it. It is time to start thinking about fertilizing soon. Once your plants get so large or whatnot, my tomatoes and peppers will clearly need another reset of the calcium and the Epsom salt again, at least around it. If you don't want to do the eggs, guys, if you don't want to use eggs in your garden, don't. Okay? You know, do what works best for you. I recommend, if push comes to shove, get you, like I said before, some Tums, grind them up, put them out there, okay, for your source of calcium. Now, I am probably going to have to till if I don't get this any type of mulching going, but we've got to mow or have wood chips delivered. I am going to be spraying for blight. Watch out. Watch where you're pointing there, girl. I'm going to go ahead and pre-spray for blight. I have a video on that. I will put that up. It's a couple years old, but it's still tried and true. Works great. I would go ahead and start doing it now. Okay, don't wait till the problem is to the point where you can't handle it. And hopefully I'll be able to control it here as well. So I've got that. So we're just going with the flow right now. We are not even into June. Up there, I'm gonna have to go check. Several things are starting to come up, but again, that's a little bit later. So maybe I'll do a garden update on that one here in the next couple of days and we'll have some good luck. But I will tell you, that's gonna be a tough garden to have. Because number one, like I've told you before, if the deer don't take me out, it appears I'm going to have some rabbits that are going to give me a challenge. You know, and that's part of it. This is part of the experience. This is part of the learning curve. This is part of getting better for next year. This is part of going, okay, if I want to garden here, or if I want to do this there, then I need to understand where I need to invest my time and my money and my energy, or anything that I need to change. What did Granny do in days gone by to push on that change, to ensure and to verify what she has, and to make sure that, you know, the rabbits don't take her out? Again, as I've said before, if this is the year that the little critters take me out, it's documented. Guys, grandkids, it was 2020. All right. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're safe. Hope you're healthy. I'm going to get a few things cleaned up. Oh, wait. What are my corn beads doing? Let's look. I haven't put this video up yet. I've got a video of me planting over in here. I'll be John Brown. I think we have some, at least one. What am I talking about? One, two, three. Shogu, Tali, Joey. Looks like we have live. Okay, so I haven't put up the video on this yet. I did a small video showing me planting my corn beads here in this cold frame, and how I did it and why I did it. And I'm testing to see how it thrives in this type of soil versus less hot soil. I really think that having a lot of chicken manure with them, they really like it. So I'm testing this out. So this is going to be great. But so far, in just a week, I've got them coming up right there. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to put that video up, but I wanted to show you that I do have a little corn bead garden going right here. This was a cold frame that was just left on the property. So we've moved it, we've transformed it. I want to paint the outside, make it cute. Haven't done that yet, guys. That may take me 5 years, but I'll get there. So that's doing really, really good. So there's another bonus. So far, minus the rabbit, the wascally wabbit, we're doing really, really good so far. But like I said, it makes us better. It makes us think, it makes us observe, and it makes us appreciate. Because again, what if this was your only source? Something to think about. All right, guys, hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. We are so excited to get the season moving forth, and we're doing a lot of projects on the house. It's just never ending. Never, never ending. So, guys, take care out there. Keep gardening. Stay in that dirt. Check that pantry, and we'll see you on the next video.